Today, I introduce you to the beginning of an educational and technological revolution. Today, we say goodbye to dusty old textbooks, blackboards, pens and paper, and most of all, goodbye to ego-driven, judgmental, and boring school teachers. I introduce to you the HSC Matrix, a study program designed for the students of the 21st century. Today, students are expected to digest massive amounts of information, and this amount of information is continually growing. They need to memorise more and more. The HSC Matrix program recognises this fact and puts this first, because that's what happens first. Students are not able to work on any skills or apply this knowledge until they first have it. That's what the HSC Matrix program does for them. The HSC Matrix program is a multimedia study and learning tool that utilises both passive and active study methods. It does so through DVD, audio and visual stimulus material. Let's talk about the active study involved in the HSC Matrix program. The active study is carried out through a series of DVDs that combine audio, visual text flashing on the screen, short video clips, images, as well as a hypnotic background that keeps them locked in, combined with their own personal choice of music. This combination keeps them locked in to the matrix, locked into their studying. Compared to a blackboard and a teacher, they'll be hooked. The final component of the active study portion of the HSC Matrix is the fact that students get to add their own motivational incentive ending for each study DVD. They can edit these DVDs and put in their favourite music at the end with images of something that motivates them. For me, it might be pictures of Obama speaking and an Obama remix song. Yes, we can. Yes, that sort of thing. So compare this active study to the so-called active study you're expected to do in the classroom. The teacher and the blackboard, it's a rusty bit of tin compared to a bar of gold, the HSC Matrix. Trust me, they won't fall asleep while they're watching this. Now, the second part of the HSC Matrix is a part that is totally ignored by the current education system, although indirectly it ends up what we end up doing because class is so boring. It's passive study, where you study without knowing it or without paying attention. This is done in the HSC Matrix program through audio programs, which have soothing music in the background along with a nice soft voice. It's not designed to stimulate you like the active study portion of the program. It's designed for you to have on maybe while you're asleep, maybe while you're doing something else, on the computer, doing an assignment. You can do an assignment and study at the same time using the passive study element of the program. The point of doing the passive study is that if you do all this passive study, then you go over to the active study. You've got all this information that you're just bringing to the surface. You're activating it, and it's like magic, you know it all. There are other elements of the HSC Matrix program, such as visual stimulus material, posters which you can put up in the shower, or in the bathroom. See, while they're sitting on the toilet, you can keep studying. That's how it's supposed to be. You've been constantly bombarded with these things. Also, there is access, one-year subscription to email and phone access for all students who purchase the HSC Matrix program. They get access to mentors and tutors. The HSC Matrix program puts you in charge, the student, because that's how it's supposed to be. It's your education, it's supposed to be run your way. This program doesn't care about the other students, doesn't care about the teachers. It's specifically designed for you and can be altered by you. It's just for you. That's how it works. You learn the way that works for you with the HSC Matrix program. So if you'd like to know more or purchase the HSC Matrix program, please go to www.thehscmatrixprogram.com.au for more information. and look into getting it. Because the HSC Matrix program, it puts you in charge of your education, puts you in charge of your future, lets you make your own rules, and you decide where you're going. I'm Sean Davis. Back to you, Mr. Chairman.
I want to go out and purchase that. I wish I was doing my HSE again, just so that I can experience this.
Very sick man.
Our first speaker was Sean. So with HSC Matrix, please welcome his evaluator, David Kim.
Okay, I had the privilege of evaluating Sean today, and I can really say there's a huge improvement from when Sean first started. I remember just even a few weeks ago, everyone, for his evaluations, he used to clasp his hands, and they were mentioning, oh, don't clasp your hands as much. And I could totally see he was making a conscious effort to put his hands by his side, and as he was trying to describe and express his point of view, he was use his hands, and it was a huge improvement with his hand gestures. And I really agree with what Pierre said. I do believe that I want to buy what he was actually trying to sell. So I really believe that he's improved dramatically over the past few weeks. Just one thing I would like to recommend is he had good eye contact, but the eye contact wasn't really engaging everyone. It was just more in a certain area. So maybe if you were to look around a bit more and just to get eye contact with everyone in the audience, I think that might be a bit more of a engaging experience for the whole audience. So overall, I do believe that it was a very powerful presentation, and I think he's definitely improving, and I'd like to hear more of Sean. So thank you.